Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity in this moment right now. For wonderful peace, we celebrate our deep connection to divine love. We celebrate the healing that is here for us. We celebrate all of our needs being met and exceeded, everyone's needs being met and exceeded. And we celebrate this opportunity to get closer to the angels and for them to get closer to us. We celebrate the unification of intention and purpose that is here. We celebrate the highest good being present, great things happening, and incredible love being present for all of us. So we'll just breathe in. If we can notice those who have sang and spoken words of truth, be that musicians that you admire, the Jim Morrisons, the John Lennons, the Joni Mitchells, the Mary Olivers, the Emily Dickinsons, the Robert Frosts. We could just notice those words, those songs. If we could just notice the energy of those cascading through and being like an ocean wave. We could notice like an ocean wave, not so much the knocking you over element, but the sense of flow and the sense of might. And let's let anything that doesn't serve us get knocked away by a wave. Let's let the poetry and the prose that we admire fill us back up. So if we could feel this instant sense of flow that is perfect for each of us, and just being in sync in a world with great art. The great art has been created, great art is being created, great art will be created. So if we could just feel that continuation, that continuum, and that we're part of it. So if we could breathe in and just notice all the good that is here. And indeed, this space where the elements of flow and waves create a freshness, refreshing our experience, an instantaneous release of what doesn't serve us or anything we might consider an obstacle. And if we could also just lovingly notice being filled up. And let's indeed just notice this wonderful, very deep and rich, like fertile soil connection to divine love. And if we could let a well-dressed Archangel Gabriel and a well-dressed Archangel Haniel represent that divine love. And if we could notice if they're perhaps at the front, that there are legions of other guides and goddesses and angels right behind them. So if we could notice the representation of divine love being really deep and vast. It's not just a couple. So if we could just breathe into their presence, and we'll focus on Gabriel and Haniel. Let's let them honor you. And they're using the word worship. And if we could just notice that sense of reverence from them coming to you, coming to us, having a human experience, or being on this specific plane at this specific time of very dramatic change. If we could just breathe in and just feel their honor of us, their honoring of our experience, and their help. So if we could just breathe into the help, which might instantly feel really good. And if we could just notice there being a totality to everything, and we'll notice this space that, yes, specific guidance about certain issues can come through. We could also notice right now, very simply, their presence, their honor, and the relationship that is here between you and the divine. Let's let everything that has been presented so far settle into a deep sense of relaxation, grounding, and foundation. So if we could notice right where you are sitting, right where you are right now, everything going into the earth, we'll just notice Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Haniel, along with Mother Mary, just sitting with you. And we'll just notice them sitting close to you. And we'll just breathe in and we'll notice Mary, Gabriel, and Haniel showering you with affection, showering you with divine love, and showering you with touch. So if we could just breathe into caresses, handholds, a touch of the heart, a touch of the third eye. And we'll just breathe in and receive all this care. And we'll notice the reintroduction of all the songs and words, the poets and prose that have uplifted our lives, be that from Shakespeare, William Blake, or in modern times, including this year. Notice perhaps the use or the sentiment and energy of those words being employed by Gabriel, Haniel, and Mother Mary. So perhaps a familiar tune coming into your head. Also just very simply notice them providing deep love and deep guidance, which might be really subtle. So we'll just breathe into all this and noticing this all being perfect right now. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And we'll just notice very simply all this goodness and peace here. We'll just notice very simply Mother Mary, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Haniel, showering you with affection, words, and love. Perhaps a song or two. All you need is love, and perhaps there's a lot of love. Wonderful. If we could notice those three guides, just making an adjustment and them all sitting next to you and behind you. And we'll notice the poet and singer Jim Morrison coming forward. We'll notice this is gentle Jim the poet, not the rock star. So perhaps we'll notice a well-mannered guy with some serious intention and understanding. So if we could just breathe in and just notice what he introduces to this moment. And for clarity, if folks don't know, he was singer of the band called The Doors in the 60s, Light My Fire. So if we could just breathe in, we'll just notice what Jim delivers to this moment, what he adds. Wonderful. We'll just notice Jim scooting over. We'll just say to him, thank you, Jim. Let's notice the poet Mary Oliver, who passed maybe 3 years ago. We could just, maybe 4, if we could just breathe and just notice Mary, who was very connected with nature. She would write while walking in the woods. Let's just take in a breath and just notice what Mary brings to this moment. And if we could witness, so the storm of cleansing, if we could just witness the storm, which might be like the ocean wave that we experienced earlier. Let's just notice the storm of cleansing, you and Mary experiencing that together, Mary Oliver. Let's just breathe in and just let that cleansing happen. Letting indeed the doors of perception be cleansed and everything being infinite. Let's just breathe in to infinite divine love. No filter to love. So let's just notice us moving aside, eschewing any sense of filter. Well, I can only be loved if I do this, or this person didn't love me. That means that let's let all those filters move aside. I don't deserve love. Just let all those rules, all that maybe some harm, just move aside. Let's very simply just receive unconditional, unfiltered love from all those angels and guides that are right there, including Jim, including Mary, including Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raziel, all the angels and guides you know by name, Ganesh, Saint Germain, Lady Portia, the blue whale. It's very simply just notice deep divine love and the connection to you. So let's notice this being a two-way street, them showering you with love. Let's notice what it's like for us to shower them with love. Wonderful. If we could notice all the hurt that we might have just set aside just now, and if we could feel um, different angels and guides picking up that hurt and like it was treasure and to heal those things, be that healing your relationship with angels and guides, God, healing anything that has created a filter, like disappointment or hurt. Let's just notice those things being taken care of. And if we could just breathe it and feel the loveliness of this moment, perhaps a fresh scent of flowers. Let's just notice once again, just breathing in to unfiltered grace, unfiltered love. We'll notice that it's safe for us to receive. It's safe for us right now in the comfort of our homes and spaces that we're in right now to receive, knowing that others might have had a really hard day yesterday or a tragic day. We'll just honor everyone who might have been impacted by tornadoes or viruses, people who passed away yesterday, a guy named Denny, people who were healed yesterday, a woman named Tara. We'll just notice there being a flow. Let's just notice that right now we're going to help everything by being filled up with love. That one of the best things, if not the best thing we could do, is be filled up and be healthy, happy, and full of grace, to allow anything we might call problem to have solutions. Of course, in Miracles, the second a problem appears, its solution is present also. We'll just be in this space of allowing things to go well. And we'll just say a few things out loud. Let's very simply say out loud, thank you, angels, goddesses, and guides for being with me. And we'll say our own names. I am Mark. And I'm right here with you. Thank you for being right here with me. I allow everything in my life to go well. I allow myself to feel great. I allow for all of my needs to be met and exceeded. I live on a peaceful planet. I honor Mother Earth. And I take action and measures to honor Mother Earth. I drop out of all fights. I witness grace and ease in the world. I speak words of love and grace. There is power in my voice. And I engage in this power right now. Thank you. Wonderful. If we could, we're going to keep working. If we could, if you don't mind all unmuting, and let's just send a cascade of names. Anyone we're praying for, including everyone here. So include everyone's name here. Let's just create a cascade of names. So if we could just breathe in. Yeah, go ahead.
Michael.
Janine.
Ed.
Dylan.
Gina.
Kim and Gayla.
Kathy.
Emily and Benjamin.
Ben.
Ruth.
Dan. Evan.
Susan.
Esther.
Miles.
Rachel,
Jerry.
Suzanne,
Christine.
Nicole.
Joe.
Brandy.
Shannon,
Judy.
Linda.
Christina.
Kathy.
Susan,
Dina.
Susan,
Harry.
Sheila.
Susan,
Harriet.
Twig and Teddy.
Gustav.
Dan.
Esther.
Captain.
Wilma, Judy, Shay, Mark,
Brian.
Mary Beth.
Dylan.
Janine. Mark.
Miriam.
Ray.
Paul.
Betsy.
Eugene.
Suzanne,
Mark.
Amber, Victoria,
Heather,
Emily,
Rachel, Diane,
Yeah.
Anthony,
Nancy,
Sharon,
Rachel,
Andrea,
Ian,
Monica, Sharon,
Gladys,
Ann,
Joan,
Rachel,
Mary,
Sonia,
Sue,
Brian,
Evan,
Edwin, Augie, Liz,
Kim,
Darren,
Crystal,
Mary,
Karen,
Bonnie,
Dan,
Tina,
Marianne,
Becky,
Laura,
Amber,
Lori,
Sue,
Chelsea,
Marianne,
Yvette,
Daniel,
Ruth,
Marie, Allison,
Anne,
Kit,
Maddie,
Anne,
Benjamin,
Andre,
Charlie,
Tony,
Elna,
Madison,
Harry,
everyone impacted by
Alright.
tornadoes and weather, everyone in hospitals. If we can keep going with any institutions, any state, any city,
California,
and horses,
Oh.
and any
Angie,
environment,
house fires, people losing their travel trailers and places to live, people losing their homes, their businesses, their livelihoods, all the employees affected by everything.
people who care for us in
the
hospitals,
unemployed,
Mhm.
all children and all PICUs and NICUs around the world.
in schools,
all the lonely,
Safety,
Ann,
Anyone hungry or homeless.
Linda,
Elderly, home,
all the children, people with Alzheimer's,
people with autism. We affirm that everyone has their needs met. And that we
Everyone.
are fortified and we are powerful. All animals being safe, all people being safe, the environment being safe. Just breathe in, just notice.
Outside animals that are on their own.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So let's just notice all the care that is right here, right now. Let's just say out loud our own names. I am Mark,
I am
Hi.
Susan,
and Suzanne,
and I'm included in all these prayers for wellness.
I'm included in all these
I'm
prayers for
included in
wellness.
all of these prayers for wellness.
And if we could just say out loud, angels, I care deeply about the world.
Angels, I care deeply
Angels,
about the
deeply
world.
about the world.
I hand all my concerns over to you.
my hand on
And all my
And all
concerns
my
over to you.
concerns over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's do that. Let's just be very technique oriented. Let's just hand anything we mentioned, anyone we're worried about, anything we're worried about. Let's release that worry to the angels. Handing it over, which might feel like Atlas handing over the earth. Let's let that happen.
I'm worried about mental health. I surrendered that to the angels.
Yeah,
I'm worried about my weight. I surrender that to the angels.
do that right now. All that stuff.
I worry about that orca whale trapped in that pool.
I'm worried about the outside kitty during the rain.
And let's just do this. Let's just let that go with any hurt that's worth it. Let's let the hurt go too. Just let the hurt go and just see what that's like. And let's just recognize a very simple thing that we're going to pray and we're going to release attachment to the outcome, which may not involve us. It might, but it might not. So let's just breathe in and just let. And let's notice in this moment right now, there being a healing of our experience of trust. There being a healing of our experience of cooperation and collaboration. A healing of an experience of everything landing on us, especially as kids. And we'll just notice that something else can happen right now. And we'll come back to this avalanche and cascade of care that we've just generated. All that's based on care and awareness. So we'll just breathe in. We'll just say a few things out loud. It's okay for me to care.
okay for me.
Okay for me to care.
Care.
I care deeply.
Care
care
deeply.
Care
deeply,
deeply.
Allow myself to care and for it to not hurt to care.
I allow
I
myself
allow myself to
Self to
care
care.
and for it not hurt to care.
I feel the power of my words.
I feel the
feel
power
the
of my
power of my
words.
Power of my words.
I feel the potency of the angels.
I feel the
feel the
potency
I feel
of
the
the
potency
angels.
of the angels.
I recognize this is a perfect system.
I recognize this is a perfect
Recognize
system.
This is a perfect system.
I let the system work.
I let the system
I
work.
let the system work.
Thank you, angels, for helping everyone mentioned.
Thank you, angels, for helping everyone
For helping
mentioned.
everyone mentioned.
Thank you for helping anyone and anything not mentioned.
Thank you for helping
Thank you
anyone
for
and
helping
anything
anyone
not
and anything
mentioned.
not mentioned.
I hand all this over to you.
I hand
I
this
hand
all
all
over
this
to
over
you.
Over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And we'll get quiet again. I'm going to just mute you all. And let's notice. Let's very simply just notice what it's like in this space, perhaps of some space and quiet. Let's notice perhaps a nurturing guide like Mother Mary or Mary Oliver. Let's just notice what that nurturing guide communicates to you in this spaciousness. And if there in all this were a word written on your palm, let's just notice what that word is. And let's notice what it's like in this moment to be filled up, front, back, top, bottom, every chakra filled up, every system filled up, serotonin flowing, muscles feeling relaxed and strong, clear breath, relaxed heartbeat, clear thought, clear energy. And let's once again say our own names. I am Mark. And we'll notice an I am statement, like if the word on my palm was grace, let's just say that as an affirmation. I am grace. I am filled with love. I am right on time. Wonderful. If we can notice the littlest angel, which might be Haniel, if we could just notice the littlest angel delivering you a message, a note from all the other angels. So let's just breathe in. Let's just notice what's on that note, be that word or words or a symbol or energy or a color. Just notice what's there. We're noticing the all-encompassing goodness that is here, the answered prayer, the continuation of answered prayers, our participation, our potency, our power, that we are participating. That we've just done a lot, and perhaps that feels really good. And we've just done a lot, so any part of you that might feel tired or concerned, let's very simply let these nurturing guides like Mother Mary or Mary Oliver or Mary Magdalene all the Marys coming forward to soothe and heal, to comfort, to repair, to let an infusion of grace come into your nervous system, to let great things happen, and to let good be present. We'll notice also an acknowledgement from Jim Morrison about your honesty and your authenticity in sharing what you shared. The names, the topics, the areas, all that was encompassed and included, including ourselves. So we'll just notice that acknowledgement. Once again, a whole lot of care, and that we care deeply for the planet and for others and for our own lives and our loved ones. It's safe for us to care, and it's safe for our care to help everything and everyone, to help everyone who just transitioned, to help heal the planet, to notice and celebrate victory where it happens, and consciousness rising, and consciousness existing on the planet and in our lives right now. And with great grace, great ease, and great peace, we'll just notice a wonderful sense of accomplishment and inclusion right here, right now. And let's very simply, in the broadness and bigness of everything we've just done, if we could just, we're going to do one last thing, which is perhaps to lean to the side and notice you and Mother Mary. And just let her touch your heart. And if you could just very simply, whether you feel it, see it, hear it, or know it, notice her praying for you directly. And just breathe in. If we could notice simultaneously the sincerity, the deep sincerity of her prayer and the smile on her face. Let's let her individualize your energy completely right now, like a funnel and flow of grace, ease, and unconditional love. Let's let her heal all parts of you, wrists, eyes, hearts, muscles, shoulders, legs, anxiety, overwhelm. Let's let her heal all that. And we'll notice all this good. We'll notice the words of poems and songs and prose that have inspired us, that lift us up. We'll notice that we added words to and names. And there's great power in words and systems. And we'll just notice, indeed, this deep connection to divine love, with divine love, clear communication and clear connection with guidance and freedom for all and liberty within ourselves right now. With this and for this, we'll say out loud, thank you, Mother Mary. And we'll just breathe in and feel the orientation of our posture, great things happening, and to all the guides, all the goddesses, all the angels that are here, Mary Oliver, Jim Morrison, Mother Mary, all of them, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Gabriel, will say out loud, thank you all so much. I am a poet of peace. And I speak words of love. Thank you. And thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for all the goodness, all the grace, all the peace, all the love, and all the joy that is here right now. We know that all is well. We know that great things are happening. We celebrate the highest good being present. We celebrate the intricate beauty of nature, and we celebrate the simplicity of love. We recognize that everything is not one thing, but we allow everything to center on wonderful, heartfelt intention, great actions, including self-care, drinking water, walking, stretching, encouraging ourselves, encouraging others. And we celebrate the grace and beauty that is here right now on earth, in life, and for all. And with generosity, peace, and ease, we quite simply, lovingly, and peacefully ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.